a security guard that was protecting Maduro has spoken, and you got to hear what he said. It's in Spanish, but I'll translate. Also, Trump announced that the cartels, they're going after him in Mexico. The whole vibe of Latin America has changed because of what happened in Venezuela, and now that we're getting firsthand accounts from people that were there, the soldier says they didn't hear him coming. He says the Americans had technology superior to anything they've ever seen. Everything that they were using for radar, for anything, was completely taken offline. They had drones, and the drones were taking out bases and taking out things faster. They didn't have no technology. They've never had to fight against drones. He also talks about that there was only 8 helicopters. There was only 20 men that were sent in, and those 20 men killed hundreds of their men, and none of those soldiers were injured. He talks about it felt like they were firing 300 rounds a minute. Nothing they've ever seen, nothing that they can compete with. And then he also talks to the fact that the Americans had some kind of sonic shock boom that was sent out, and everybody immediately started bleeding profusely out of their nose. They couldn't even gather themselves because whatever was sent at them made them fall to their knees and vomit blood out of their mouth and out of their noses. They were incapacitated immediately. He says he never wants to go through that again. Doesn't want to have to fight with the Americans again. He's sending warnings to everybody out there that you think you can fight the Americans. You don't even know what their weaponry is like and what they're capable of. 20 men took out hundreds, and that's starting to spread all through Latin America. And now they're not saying, if you want me, come and get me anymore. They're like, oh shit. Especially after Trump says, hey, Mexico, you're on the list too.
A witness has said that the United States used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during the capture of Nicolas Maduro. The witness described how the American forces wiped out hundreds of fighters without losing a single soldier, using technology unlike anything he's ever seen before. The witness, which was a guard, said, quote, "We were on guard, but suddenly all our radar systems shut down without any explanation." He added, quote, "Next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones, flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react." He then said a handful of helicopters appeared, saying, quote, "barely 8, deploying what he estimated were just 20 troops in the area." He said that those soldiers came with something more powerful than just guns. He said, quote, "They were technologically very advanced," adding, quote, "They didn't look like anything we fought against before." He then added, quote, "At one point they launched something. I don't know how to describe it," adding, quote, "It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly I felt like my head was exploding from the inside." He then added, quote, "We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground unable to move. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it was."
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well and teach well, being great examples to us young brothers. Peace and blessings to those who elect, Lord willing, to be a part of that number. I'm the Brother Kadar, coming back with another video. This video is going to be entitled, "We Will Need Divine Intervention." Okay, and as you've seen from the clips before you, I'm going to edit this video to where I put the clips before you, before this video plays. We're going to need that divine intervention to defeat this devil, Esau Edom. Okay, because we understand his blessing is the sword. Okay, and we'll grab that in Genesis 27. Yahweh Shema Shai blessed him with the sword. Okay, so that's his blessing, man. And you Israelites who think you're gonna be able to go toe to toe with him, toe to toe, defeat him, you're out of your mind. You're completely out of your mind. Okay, it says New York Post. It says U.S. used powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during Maduro raid. Witness account. They used a supersonic weapon. That basically concussed the soldiers. Had them insane migraines. Throwing up. Bleeding out of their mouths, eyes, and etc. shit, that's fucking worse than a concussion, man. You know, because as someone who had one, that shit is the worst. You know, similar to having vertigo. All right, it's a bit above vertigo, but Esau used this supersonic weapon on the Venezuelan soldiers so he could sneak his way in and capture this dude Maduro. Okay, but we're gonna need spiritual powers to defeat this devil, man, because he's coming. He's sooner than later. He's gonna come after the men of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Okay, and the Lord is going to ingrain us with that spiritual power to defeat this devil. Because what are we gonna do? You know, with just like this, man, this flesh. You know, even if you know martial arts or whatnot, man, you could take out a good 3, 4, 5 people. But at the end of the day, you in the flesh. Your flesh gonna get tired. You're gonna pick up bruises, bumps, injuries along the way. You know, like this flesh, you know, a nigga can shoot you, nigga can stab you, then everything you know goes out the window. A nigga can hit you from when you're not aware. You know, ambush you. So it don't even matter. We need them new bodies. We need to be changed at the end of the day, because this flesh is weak. You know, the scripture say, man in his best state is all but vanity. It's Genesis 27:33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who, where is he that have taken venison and brought in meat, and I have eaten of all before that camest, and have blessed him, yet he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard, Salakia, yeah, that blessing was took, man. He gave it away. Esau Edom gave it away, you know, for uncooked meat. Verse 39, this is what I meant to get. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And Esau Edom has the fatness of the earth. He hoards all the earth's natural resources. You know? It says, and he's the head, and we're the tail right now, man. You know, it says, and by the sword shalt thou live. Hey, this is a very violent man. Okay? He just goes around throwing around democracy. Or Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. This is the spirit that this man has, man. He's a bloody man. It says, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing, wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, or in his mind, the day of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And that's the spirit this devil is coming in. Okay? He's always had that spirit. All right, it's just been suppressed. But now, you know, it's coming out more and more. You know, it's about to get very violent in these streets, man. All right, we're in the beginning stages of Jacob trouble. You know, the apostle just updated the name of this year, okay? And he added Jacob's trouble as well, because we're in the beginning stages of it. Okay, and we see it. All right, because what these guys did, man, that shit was crazy. You know, but we understood that we understand actually that this devil doesn't reveal majority of the weapons that he has. All right, he does it on purpose. Okay, so I'll throw both of these videos in. All right, this is Daniel 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. All right, Michael, the angel, all right, under our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble. All right, you got to think of it, man. He was created for this exact moment. You know, it's going to be some fucked up shit going on around us, man. You know? It's good to say the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Barely. You know? It says, such as never was since there was a nation. Okay, so this is the worst of the worst time of all time. If that made sense. This is going to be the worst time ever. Okay? Think about the transatlantic slave trade and all these different things, man. That all these atrocities that's happened to our people and around the world is not going to come close to Jacob's trouble, man. That's why you got to be under the covering of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Okay, it says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and that at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's the elect. The elect is going to be found written in the book, man. All right, the elect is going to be protected. All right, and we could prove that by going to Psalms 91. All right, because when you look at, as a matter of fact, real quick, because the calamities that's about to happen all around the world, hey, this is for the wicked. All right, and it's for vengeance and it's scourging. All right, let's grab this Sirach 39, and bear with me, guy. I am driving. This is the book of Sirach 39, and I'm gonna get yep. Start here. It's another one. It's like it. Might be a 40. Yep, Sirach 40, 39 is good as well, but I wanted to get 40. Okay, Sirach 40 and verse 9, it says death and bloodshed. Okay, so just sit back and think upon these things. Okay, so it says death and bloodshed. Okay, strife and the sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. So just think about all these things. You know, just sit back and think about it. It says these things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So these things are created for the wicked. Okay? So when you see these, that's why as a matter of fact, that's why the Elder Ariala out there in GMS Dallas made that video. Get your hate game up. The Lord is about to kill these niggas. You can't feel bad for them. All right? The Lord is about to smoke these niggas, man. Rightfully deserved. All right? Because the warning has been out for multiple lifetimes, man. And all these kingdoms. Our people, the 2/3 of our people continue to live in wickedness, man. It says Psalm 91 and 8. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So we're going to see the reward of the wicked. A reward can be a good thing or a bad thing. They're going to get their just desire. Okay? They want to be wicked. They're going to suffer the judgment of a wicked person. Simple as that. You want to live in sin? Okay, you can. But there's consequences behind it. It says, this talking about the elect. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Right? The elect has repented. Turn to Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? Repenting of their transgressions, man. And to the best of their ability, trying to uphold the law, statutes, commandments. All right? Serving the Lord with fear and trembling. It says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. There's a lot of plagues coming, man. Okay, Esau, hey, it's some shit going around right now. That's why brothers need to take care of their health, man. Take care of your health. Okay? Because there's shit going around. This devil spraying all type of shit, man. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And that's a backup to that. That's a precept to that Daniel 12 and 1. Yahweh Shem Shai is going to protect us. He's going to deliver us. Okay, Psalms 1 and 18. Okay, it says it's better to put trust in Yahweh than to trust in man, than to trust in princes. All right, a man is not going to be able to save you. Okay, if you a woman, all right, hey, the brother say it all the time, man. It's time for you to start letting brothers know that you want them, because it's finna get bad out here, man. All right, and no average man, you ain't gonna be delivered with no average man. All right, hey, a man of Yahweh Shem Shai is the prize. That's your only way out. All right, hey, Pookie and Ray Ray ain't gonna Pookie and Ray Ray ain't gonna save you, man. You know. But let me grab this right here, this Isaiah 59:19, because the Lord is going to endow us with that spiritual power. Okay? It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, Yahweh Shem Shai, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Okay? Hey, so the Lord is going to lift up a standard against this devil, man. He's going to give us those spiritual powers. Hey, I have a lot of dreams to where martial law or people, running wild in the streets with all type of guns, man, they walk right past me. They run right past me. I even had it, when I seen somebody in public, I seen a family member in public, and I didn't want to interact with him, and I prayed to the Lord, hey, and he looked at me and he didn't notice me, hey, that's the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay? That's the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Hey, and we gonna see even greater miracles, man. We gonna do even greater miracles. And it's not just about putting niggas to death, all right? Because we gonna do whatever Yahweh Shema Shai needs us to do, because we're gonna heal people. Shit, we gonna kill people. But we gonna heal people, all right? We gonna raise up the dead, all right? Hey, so, hey, we protect people, man. Hey, we in those times, man. The Elder Malcolm just had a dream about that. He literally just had a dream about that, man. Him protecting people, on some, what's that shit called, man? On some, what is that called, man? I forgot the name of the movie. Of the little boy. Yeah, that's crazy. It slipped my mind right now, man. But brothers know what I'm talking about. Watch when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna remember the name of the title, man. Whatever. This Jeremiah 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. All right, let's finish that out. Now, this book of Jeremiah 51. And verse 21, it says, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. With thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee will I break in pieces man and woman. All right, now peep this. Now peep this. Hold on. Salakia. All right, that's cool. It says, with thee will I break in pieces man and woman. That's one. With thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and his maid. All right, so it says that twice. That's the spirit. This license plate says 414, and on the top of it, it says Ford Super Duty. Okay, so it mentions that twice. Okay, that's heavy, man. That's heavy. Hey, because the Lord is going to use the elect to be His sword. Okay, see, you read Isaiah the 10th chapter. The Lord used these heathens as our whooping stick. And now the Lord is going to use us as their whooping stick, man, the elect. And the first people we going to get, all right, it ain't going to be these Edomites. It ain't going to be the rest of these heathens. It's going to be you niggers. You 2/3, man. You wicked ass niggas and you wicked ass bitches. All right? Y'all the first ones to go, because this the only time we going to have our shot with you niggas, man. Y'all going to be right in the kingdom. So y'all got to go now. We going to have a lot of time with Esau and the rest of these heathens, man. But you niggas got to go now. You niggas are wicked, man. You niggas are worse than Esau. And the scriptures say that. Jeremiah the 5th chapter. Their deeds surpass the deeds of the wicked. These niggas are worse than Esau Edom, and he was created to be wicked, man. But going back to the lesson, this devil's going to come back to us. He's going to come after us, man. And Yahweh Shema Shai is going to give us that spiritual power, all right, to defeat him, man. Because this ain't 70 AD. We already got our judgment. The Lord is going to fight for the elect, man. Lord willing, we be of that number, And if the few brothers that actually have to get put to death as their testimony, that's their testimony, We just hope we endure to the end, whatever our lot is. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashem Kakudash. That will honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the full elect. Lord willing, will be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Wa Abad Wabal.